my loves, good morning. My name is Jen. Welcome back to my channel. I know you are very excited with your Australian citizenship exam and at the same time very nervous because you want to pass the Australian citizenship exam, but don't be, because I got 100% of my Australian citizenship exam. It's just easy. I'm not boasting, but I have a secret. It's just study. So I'm creating this video to help you study very easily, and I am summarizing the testable parts of Australian citizenship booklet, the common band. So please watch this. This summarized topic includes Australia and its people. Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people are the first inhabitants of Australia. Aboriginal people are from mainland Australia and Tasmania and arrived in Australia between 40,000 and 65,000 years ago. Torres Strait Islander people are from islands between northern tip of Queensland and Papua New Guinea. These people have deep connection with the land, which expressed in their stories, art, and dance. The early European settlement in Australia. The early European settlers came from Great Britain and Ireland. That's why British and Irish heritage had major influence on Australia's recent history, culture, and politics. New South Wales was the first colony of the British government. First Fleet was the name of the first 11 convict ships full of prisoners landed in New South Wales from Great Britain on 26 January 1788. Captain Arthur Phillip was the first governor of the colony of the New South Wales. In 1851, the year when gold was discovered in the colonies of New South Wales and Victoria, and people from all around the world came to try to make their fortunes. Chinese people are the first large group of migrants not from Europe. In 10 years, Australia's population became more than doubled. Let's discuss the nation of Australia. In 1901, colonies were united into a federation of states called the Commonwealth of Australia. Australia's population was about 4 million and it did not include Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. English language is Australia's national language. Let's move on to Australia's states and territories. The Commonwealth of Australia is a federation of states and territories. Australia has 6 states and 2 mainland territories. And Canberra is Australia's capital city. The 6 states and capital cities. Number 1, New South Wales. New South Wales was the first colony established by British. Sydney is the capital city of New South Wales. Sydney is the nation's largest city. Sydney Harbour Bridge and Opera House are its national icons. Number 2, Victoria. Victoria is the smallest of the mainland. Many buildings in Victoria were built from wealth created by the gold rush in 1850s. Melbourne is the capital city of Victoria. Number 3, Queensland. Queensland is the second largest state of Australia. It is where the Torres Strait Islanders originated to the north. The Great Barrier Reef can be found here in the eastern coast. Brisbane is the capital city of Queensland. Number 4, Western Australia. Western Australia is the largest state of Australia. It is mostly desert in the east and it is home to large mining projects. Perth is the capital city of Western Australia. Number 5, South Australia. South Australia has a rugged coastline and many famous wine regions, and you may find colonial architecture in the city of Adelaide. Adelaide is the capital city of South Australia. Number 6, Tasmania. Tasmania is the smallest state of Australia. It is separated from mainland by the Bass Strait. Hobart is the capital city of Tasmania. The 2 territories of Australia. Number 1, Australian Capital Territory or ACT. ACT is the home to the nation's capital city, Canberra. It is located between Sydney and Melbourne. Parliament House and the High Court are located here. Canberra is the capital city of Australian Capital Territory. It is also Australia's capital city. Number 2, Northern Territory. Northern Territory has a tropical environment in the north and dry red desert in the south. Its icons include Uluru, Katajuta, and Kings Canyon. Darwin is the capital city of Northern Territory. Let's remember again. Western Australia is the largest state. Queensland is the second largest state. Victoria is the smallest mainland. Tasmania is the smallest state. Now let's discuss Australia's flags. This is Australia's national flag. Its colors are blue, red, and white. At the top left corner is the Union Jack. It represents our history of British settlement. Under the Union Jack is the Commonwealth Star. This star has 7 points, and each point represents one of the 6 states and 1 point for the territories. And on the right is the Southern Cross. It is a group of stars that can be seen in the southern sky. This is Australian Aboriginal flag. Its colors are black, red, and yellow. The top half black represents the Aboriginal people of Australia. The bottom half red represents the earth, and the yellow circle represents the sun. This is the Torres Strait Islander flag. Its colors are green, black, blue, and white. Green stripes represent the land. The black lines represents the Torres Strait Islander people. The blue panel in the center represents the sea, and the white color symbolizes peace. The white dancer's headdress in the center is a symbol for all Torres Strait Islanders, and the points of the white star represents the island group in the Torres Strait. Now let's move on to Australia's symbols. This symbol is the Commonwealth Coat of Arms. The Commonwealth Coat of Arms is the official symbol of the Commonwealth of Australia. It represents our national unity. It identifies the authority and property of the Commonwealth of Australia. Now let's discuss the Commonwealth Coat of Arms symbol. The shield in the center represents the 6 states and federation. A kangaroo and an emu, they're both native Australian animals, support the shield on each side. A gold Commonwealth star sits above the shield. The background is a golden wattle, Australia's national flower. This flower is called golden wattle. It is Australia's national flower. This small tree grows mainly in southeastern Australia, and it has a bright green leaves and many golden yellow flowers in spring. These are Australia's national colors, the green and gold, and these are the colors of the golden wattle. And usually, you can find that the uniforms of our national sports team are green and gold. This is Australia's national gemstone. The name is opal. According to Aboriginal legend, a rainbow touched the earth and created the colors of the opal. This is the complete lyrics of Australia's national anthem, and the title is Advance Australia Fair. Now let's commemorate the important days for Australia. 26 January each year, we celebrate Australia Day, and it's a public holiday in every state and territory in Australia. It is the anniversary of the arrival of the first fleet from Great Britain on 26 January 1788. Australia Day is the biggest annual public holiday in Australia. On 25th April each year, we celebrate Anzac Day, and it's a public holiday in every state and territory in Australia. It is a solemn day when we remember the sacrifice of all Australians who served and died in wars. Anzac Day is named after Australian and New Zealand Army Corps which landed in Gallipoli in Turkey during World War I on 25th April 1915. And just additional knowledge about population in Australia, we are now 25 million here in Australia. So that's the end of the part 1 testable booklet, everyone. I hope that you will subscribe on my channel and please hit the notification bell so that you will be notified every time I will upload all the videos that I am doing about citizenship. And that includes part 2, which is Australia's democratic rights and liberties. And then the part 3, which is Australian government and its laws. And the additional test, which is Australian values that you shouldn't get wrong because you will fail the test. All I can say is Australia welcomes us and citizenship is our common bond. Thank you for watching. See you when I see you. Love you.